Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 25th May 2023. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Haribol TRSV nectar NECTAR nectar. In this particular vlog, in all my previous videos, we have been talking about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is a mere continuation of what we have been doing in all my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos. So let us continue with the topic of today. In the past few videos, we have been discussing in length about the saying in English, it is but a step from the sublime to the ridiculous. We know how difficult it is to climb up the ladders of success in life, but how just a slip of our step brings us down, hurtling into a bottomless pit of oblivion. In this process, we have also discussed several case histories authenticating the truthfulness of this particular saying. Today, we shall discuss about another case history. This is not only a very important case history, but it also has one antagonist and one protagonist of this case history. First, we shall talk about the protagonist, and during the course of talk on this particular protagonist, we shall slowly slip into the story of the antagonist. How it is happening, we will talk today. There was, in the turn of 20th century, one very brilliant and clairvoyantly talented hand reader or palm reader called Mr. Cheiro. Mr. Cheiro was from England, but he came to India and learned palm reading in detail. Somehow he was gifted by destiny with an uncanny knack of reading other people's palms. Cheiro set up a practice in that process and came out in leaps and bounds and became a very successful palm reader not only in India and England but also in other countries in Europe. One day, this person, Cheiro decided to go to America. It was his first physical visit to America. However, this man was already popular in USA. When this man's ship was nearing New York City, the word got out in the grapevine of the public and press in New York, and a team of top intellectuals and pressmen came to the ship and decided to meet Mr. Cheiro. One of them said, "We have come to know that you are an excellent palm reader and that you see events in the palm of every person while reading it. These events may be of the past, the present, or the future. We would like to know firsthand how important or how truthful this particular statement is. We have several palm prints with us. We will not disclose the identity of that person whose palm print we have. We will just show you the palm print, and you must have to read it and tell us what you have learned from that palm." Mr. Cheiro agreed. These people showed several palms to Mr. Cheiro, who probably quite successfully analyzed the character, life, and future of those palms. These pressmen and the other audience did not make any comment because probably they did not want to divulge how truthful Mr. Cheiro was. However, later they showed him one particular palm. Mr. Cheiro looked at that palm and got slightly confused. He had never seen such lines on the palm of any person. However, after some careful reading, he went about analyzing that palm. He said, "This person, whosoever he may be, is very intelligent, highly qualified, and probably a professional. He is practicing his profession in private. What profession it is, we don't know. Probably medical. This person started very promising in his younger days. He was quite well qualified, very intelligent, and very capable. He began well in his profession and soon became reputable and famous. Howsoever, in the middle of his career, suddenly the devil possessed his psyche and his brain. He started tilting sideways. From going upwards, he began going down. Now he had some evil intentions. This man most probably cheated his own clientele, so much so that he even committed some very deadly crimes just to get some monetary benefit out of his clientele. This person has already been detected and caught by the law. Probably this guy has been tried and sentenced to death. Howsoever, as far as I know by his palm reading, this person will escape the noose and live a long life as a corrected and decent man. When Cheiro predicted something from that palm, the complete audience, including the pressmen, went totally dead silent. They could not believe this. They asked Mr. Cheiro, "Is this your first trip to USA?" Mr. Cheiro nodded. They asked, "Do you read news about New York or America?" Mr. Cheiro said, "I don't have any time even to read my own country's newspapers. I'm always busy reading palms." Then those fellows said, "After you have predicted this palm, we agree and salute you, saying that indeed you are extremely talented. Whatever you have said about this particular palm is absolutely correct 95% except for the other 5%. They said, "Mr. Meyer, the owner of this palm, who is a medical practitioner, indeed started with a promising career as a medical practitioner. However, along the way, he suddenly got crooked and he began committing crimes and murders on his own clientele to take monetary benefits from those clients. He was ultimately caught, tried, and is awaiting his own death sentence in the Sing Sing prison in New York, United States. His is a case where a person tried very hard to climb up the stairs of the ladder of success in the society, but once he reached it, he made one slip and has come down to receiving a death sentence and awaiting the gallows in the Sing Sing prison. Hence, we can say in this case history, Mr. Meyer is the main character in how a person took great pains and shed his sweat and blood and tears to come up in life, but because of one slip came down hurtling into a black hole of nowhere. He is one person who authenticates the saying that we have been discussing today. Mr. Kirio was then questioned, "How can you say that this person will escape the gallows when it is almost certain that he will be hanged 15 days or so from now?" Mr. Kiro said, "I just read this poem and I don't know who this Mr. Meyer is. However, after reading this in the newspaper, Mr. Meyer, who was in the prison, requested a meeting with Kiro, and when Mr. Kiro went, he begged that Mr. Kiro should help him escape the gallows. It so happened that Mr. Meyer's own lawyer found some technical fault and Mr. Meyer escaped the gallows indeed, like what Mr. Cheiro had predicted. Mr. Meyer, now a corrected man, spent a long time in prison. What happened to him later, nobody knows. But this particular case history shows how a great person with such intelligence, qualification, and capabilities as Dr. Meyer could have done very well in his profession and come out with flying colors, but instead his own greed brought him to not only downfall but loss of his own face and character in the society, and he had to end up in the gallows. It is another matter that he escaped the news, but the fact remains that this man's life was in shambles after that. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular case history. Please give me your own expert opinions, thoughts, ideas, and views so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos and blend your opinions with my own and give them to the society for its benefit. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am not only a person with a blog, but I am also an author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I am a published author. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.